What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We got the free agency program actually dropping in Madden on Thursday morning, not Friday. We originally thought Thursday morning for this free agency program to go live in Madden. Let's hop into the cards. Unique thing about these 95 overall heroes, they get dual chems, meaning former team chems. So Melvin Gordon will have Broncos, or you choose Chargers. If he re-signs with the Broncos, he'll get ×2 Broncos chem, or if he signs with the new team, you'll have Broncos and then the new team chem. So dual team chems on these 95 overall heroes. Melvin Gordon, 94 speed, 95 break tackle, actually a pretty solid card. Emmanuel Ogbah, more of a 3-4 defensive end, not that great of speed, 87, 95 power with 81 finesse move. Dolphins, Browns, and Chiefs, I believe, are the former teams, and he just signed an extension with the Dolphins, so you can get that Dolphins ×2 chem. Harold Landry signed a huge extension with the Tennessee Titans, so he's gonna have ×2 Titans chem, 92 speed, 95 finesse move, an upgrade from his, I believe, 92 overall LTD we got way back early on in the year. Not the greatest card, if we're being honest, but hey, Titans team rejoice. Leighton Vander Esch, 92 speed, 85 zone coverage, so he's not going to have that 90 threshold to make linebackers or really players just react faster in zone coverage. Cowboys chemistry, I don't know if he has signed for a new team, but Leighton Vander Esch, middle linebacker, 95 overall. Marcus Mariota, this is a very cool card. He has Slinger 1, so Derrick Henry, Aaron Rodgers, Dan Marino release. Raiders, Titans for his team chem, and he's not signed with the new team. 93 speed, 96 play action, 95 throw on the run, scrambler archetype. So basically a budget Derrick Henry, maybe a little better throwing stats, although I do not know. Allen Robinson, fortunately, you can't do much with 93 speed at the wide receiver position, although I hope he signs with the Kansas City Chiefs. It doesn't look like he's going back with the Bears. He's going to have Bears, Jaguars, and then potentially his new team he eventually signs for. Carlton Davis, I think he signed with the Jets, although don't quote me on that. It's either he re-signed with the Bucks or signed with the Jets. 93 speed, 95 press, man-to-man. I don't know how tall he is, but Carlton Davis, not a bad option. By the way, they did not go over these sets, the re-rolls, or the solo challenges in the Good Morning Madden stream. We'll probably get more info on that, or well, they'll be in the game tomorrow morning. Brandon Scherff gets an upgrade from his Gridiron Guardian 2 card, which he got, I think, only a few weeks ago. 95 overall, of course, just signed that deal with the Jaguars, so you can get Washington Commanders and Jaguars dual team chems. Now moving on to the champions. The cool thing about the champions, they get all 32 team chems. The LTDs don't, unfortunately, but the champions, all 32 team chems. Of course, Chandler Jones just signing with the Raiders, but that doesn't matter for his team chem. Great card, except for the 88 speed. If this man had 93, 94 speed, this would be an amazing card. 97 block shed, 97 power move, 95 finesse move. Still, though, a pretty good card. And Evan Ingram, this might be my favorite card in this entire program. 94 speed, 80 run blocking, I think is good enough for him. But of course, Evan Ingram just signed with the Jaguars. But any team chem now with that Evan Ingram, I mean, this is a very good card, although it's going to be expensive to power up with his 95 overall Redux being super expensive. Marcus May gets a card, strong safety, 98 overall, 94 speed. I think he is, I want to say 6 foot or 6'1", 98 zone coverage, though, a pretty solid card. And then DAVANTE Adams, 98 overall, route runner. Pretty much just a bunch of +1s across the board from his Ghost of Madden present he got in December. A little bit disappointing there. I wish he could have got like 97 speed, but DAVANTE Adams, he's going to get any team chem. You're not going to have a trouble getting him to 99 overall speed. And then the LTDs, Calais Campbell, 98 overall, more of a 3-4 defensive end, 84 speed, not going to be amazing. Probably more of a defensive tackle, though we have defensive tackles with very good speed, like Minshew Green. So Calais Campbell, I would say, not the greatest card, but he gets the LTD. And by the way, he is not going to get all the team chems. And then Russell Wilson's this kind of a movers card. You can see by the new kind of card art, you got Broncos and Seahawks dual chemistries, 95 speed. So an upgrade from his legend card, but not an amazing upgrade, although he can now, I believe, get Hot Route Master when you do power him up to 99 overall. And then we're getting one more champion revealed tomorrow morning on Good Morning Madden. I'm like 90% sure it is going to be JC Jackson. RG is actually running the stream tomorrow morning, him being a Patriots fan. I think it's kind of his way of saying goodbye to JC Jackson. But let me know how you guys like the free agency promo. I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of all the player selections. I would like to see Jesse Bates, but that's just my opinion. But now moving on to the investments. Harold Landry, you're going to see a lot of our like lower tier investments really hit. Harold Landry, I would highly suggest holding on to, although his card is not that good. Reduxes always go crazy the day they actually are put into the game. I've sold one already for 89k, but he's been kind of hovering around 50k all today. Marcus May, sad story for me, man. I'll flash it up on the screen. I sold my last Marcus May Redux actually last night for around 69,000 coins, and now he's going for 160, 220. I would actually suggest holding on to Marcus May just because he's a Redux and they just do not have a lot of supply in the market. His 98 champion gonna get every theme chemistry. So I would actually hold on to Marcus May. You should be able to get at least 200,000 for his Redux. Now, Davante Adams is the opposite of Marcus May. I really highly suggest you actually sell off the quarterly and kind of the Ghost Madden Pass, just because the Ghost Madden Ghost Madden Present is so gosh darn expensive. Not a lot of people are going to be able to power up the 98 overall Davante Adams, and that is why I highly suggest selling off the Core Elite. I have sold already all mine off for 50 and 75k, which I bought at 15k. So it's a great return on a very low kind of risk investment for Davante Adams. Highly suggest selling him off, just because not everyone can afford that 96 overall Ghost Madden Present Davante Adams. Chandler Jones, I actually kind of forgot to invest in him. It was more just because kind of last week I was on the bow nose filters, the Redux filters, wasn't really on the flashback filters, so I didn't really pick up a Chandler Jones, although, man, he's up to 150k, his team of the week up to around 90k. It's hard to tell you guys to say hold on and try to see if they go up a little bit more when they actually get put in the game, but man, 90k and 150, I would maybe just go ahead and sell, take your profit, and see, well, just live to see another day. Now moving on to kind of the failed investments, but they aren't really failed investments, because the greatest thing about investing, if you buy at the right time for the right price, you pretty much can't lose coins. Tron Armstead, I picked up all mine under 90, under 85k, and you could see pretty much over the last hour, he's still been selling for easily over 100,000 coins. Hey, just be patient when you're selling off your Tron Armsteads. You can at minimum, I think right now, get 95k for him, just lazy selling 94 overalls, but I'm going to try to get at least 105, at least 100 for my Armstead. Jesse Bates, I will never understand how this man did not get a card in this program. There were other guys that got franchise tagged that got upgrades like Davante Adams. I don't know how Jesse Bates didn't get an upgrade. However, we're not out of luck. We're lucky because Randy Moss has, I would say, artificially inflated the most feared market, being him getting an Ultimate Legend this weekend. So the entire most feared market, the 90 overall pieces, are just a little bit up in price, meaning Jesse Bates can't really be made. A set can't be completed for super cheap. Him going for around 60k right now, we bought him for under 50, under 45k. If you're me, I'm not going to sell Jesse Bates under 55k. I want to get all my coins back. I'm going to be patiently selling off Jesse Bates over this weekend, although he's probably going to get a card for Easter NFL draft, but this one I just really don't understand. Then JC Jackson, I kind of talked about it. I really think he's going to get that last champion tomorrow. He's going for about 125k, 130k. We were able to complete his set kind of over last week for anywhere from 90 to 100k. I will say, if you see a JC Jackson for under 120, I would suggest buying it, although it is risky. I think there's a very good chance he does get that last champion tomorrow morning, but that's JC Jackson. We're going to kind of now move into the training rerolls, because they didn't show us any of the sets, the solos, the rerolls, but the combine rerolls kind of go back into the training store. Eventually I'll get there. The training rerolls. So first thing, combine reroll is most likely exiting the game tomorrow. By the way, there were 88 overall and 92 overall NFL free agency cards. I didn't show them because they're just not that, I don't know, relevant. But the combine reroll is most likely being taken out of the game tomorrow morning, being replaced with the free agency rerolls. I will say, we know how we like on this channel. We don't like even number rerolls. We like the odd number rerolls. So I don't know how good the free agency reroll will be. Of course, I will have a video talking about the odds on it tomorrow morning. But in terms of other kind of store information, I highly think that we do get an odds boost tomorrow morning. We get odds boosts. Odds boosts actually go live always on Thursdays. Of course, tomorrow being a Thursday with the new program, we're pretty much an exact month out of the last odds boost. So I do think we get an odds boost tomorrow morning. And then last kind of thing, because I know a lot of people are worrying, right, about Kadarius Toney. They're like, he's crashing. You guys gotta understand, be patient with your LTD investments. Pretty much during the week, pretty much is LTD dead time. No one is buying. I mean, who buys like teams and who buys upgrades kind of during the middle of the week? You're just gonna wait for the weekend. Kadarius Toney kind of been hit by Davante Adams and Randy Moss upgrades recently, but I would still be very, very patient. We got MUT rewards and monthlies last week, so there's a little bit more supply of Kadarius Toney than the normal LTD. I'll actually go show you guys on PlayStation. He's still about 800k, and as always, if he goes back up to 800k on Xbox and you want to sell, just get out, just sell for 800k, take your like 10, 15k loss if you bought for 735, 750k. But Kadarius Toney, I'm being patient. I actually bought some for under 700k this morning. And to kind of give a comparison, Calvin Ridley, when he came out, MUT rewards and I believe monthlies to drop on the exact same day, just like Kadarius Toney. And it took a little bit for Calvin Ridley to actually rise in price, but he eventually made. Just think of it, there's probably like triple, quadruple the amount of stock for an LTD when MUT rewards and monthly rewards do drop. So you just got to wait for the supply to run out. Bradley Chubb, kind of same thing. for February monthly rewards, February month rewards, started out at about 330K, eventually finally got up to around the 450, 500K mark. But that is all for this video. Streams will be live tomorrow afternoon. I don't know when I'm going to stream because UCLA plays March Madness, of course, so I don't know when exactly I'm going to stream. However, they will be back, just don't know what time. Of course, video tomorrow. I think I'm going to have a no money spent, or maybe a no money spent squad upgrade tomorrow, and then of course the odds and the combine reroll, kind of what the odds are, how the packs are, how the rerolls are. But that's all for this video. Comment if you have any questions, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace.